Abatacola and Ferrari discuss everything. With Matt Abatacola.
Son, your ego is writing checks your body can't cash.
I'm sorry I ruined your New Year's Eve party. She tastes like cigarettes.
And Jason Ferrari.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Two complete nincompoops with microphones and access to the World Wide Web. Presented by Mickey Finn's Brewery in Libertyville, Lake County's oldest brew pub. Now, here are your hosts for this shit show, Abatacola and Ferrari.
Hello there, podcast friends, and welcome into another episode of Abatacola and Ferrari Discuss Everything. This actually is episode Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro.
I guess, yeah, we can just keep it as Cuatro.
No, I want to call it Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro.
Done. That's it.
That's our episode.
All right, yeah.
And welcome into it. He's Jason Ferrari. I'm Matt Abatacola. We are presented to you by Mickey Finn's, Lake County's oldest brew pub, located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville. Follow along with the show at AFDE Show on Twitter. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/AFDE Show, and you can email us anytime, and we've loved the thousands upon thousands of emails we already have received at afdeshow@gmail.com.
Just endless.
Endless amounts. We've actually quit our jobs. We are now just reading emails, one after the other, all day long. Well, it's been a really interesting week in our country. Lots happening in the political landscape of things. So I wanted to give you a recap of maybe you've missed stuff. Maybe you haven't been around. Maybe you don't read the news. Maybe you've been out of the country and you just came home.
Parents' basement.
Maybe you're in your parents' basement and they don't have Wi-Fi. You don't have a TV. You don't listen to the radio. You don't read newspapers. So let me just recap for you what's happened lately in our country. The White House is indeed divided. That's the claim being made by Stephen Bannon in a new interview following his departure last week from the White House as President Trump's chief strategist. That's right, Steve Bannon, 63, is returning to Breitbart News as executive chairman. He is out of the White House, no longer working for Donald Trump. Breitbart, by the way, reminds me, as we read it before and discussed earlier, like a big jolly gay cowboy from the Wild Wild West who never accomplished anything, never scared anyone. He was just Breitbart. But he wasn't bright, though. That was the whole point.
Right, no,
he was calling the fat guy Slim.
He was the guy who, the ironic name.
Yes.
So Little John.
Little John, but he was
actually quite big.
Big guy. So Breitbart. Oh, that's just Breitbart being Breitbart.
I just picture him walking through the turnstile or the two
doors.
The saloon doors, and it just hits him right back
at the L.
Turnstile. Yeah, I want to see that Western.
Yeah, the Wild
West. It just has spurs on it.
Right. I'm not taking a stagecoach. I'm taking the L. Oh, that's just Breitbart
you guys
being
know
silly
that the
again.
L is short for elevated transportation. Ding.
No administration in history has been so divided among itself about the direction about where it should go, Bannon told the Washington Post on Saturday, adding that the president's base is frustrated by a congressional agenda that meshes with traditional Republican priorities more so than the agenda Trump campaigned on during the election. So Steve Bannon out of the White House as chief strategist for Donald Trump. Donald Trump also went on to defend his initial remarks about the controversy and issues and violence in Charlottesville. Again, he blamed both sides. You're very familiar with that story. Neo-Nazi rally, people protesting against their beliefs. Physical violence ensued. There was an actual death. A woman was killed while I think 18 or 19 others were injured while an idiot took a car into a group of people. And President Trump initially came out and said that the blame falls on both sides. He was criticized for that heavily by Republicans and Democrats alike. He then came out and then he said that neo-Nazis and white supremacist beliefs have no part in our nation. Then he went out again and said, oh no, what I said initially still stands, that the blame falls on both sides. So President Trump really doing his best there to confuse people from what he really believes or thinks. Now, here's a great story in case you missed it too, based on that story itself. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the former governor of California, well-known governor of California,
Governator.
and also little-known actor, Hollywood celebrity, Arnold Schwarzenegger, actually came out after Donald Trump made his initial statements about Charlottesville and said that he would love to write Donald Trump's speeches, that he should terminate hate. Me, I'm all for...
I appreciate the theme.
I'm all for Arnold Schwarzenegger being a speechwriter for anyone in the country.
Yeah.
I don't care who it would be for.
But I want him also to be the orator. You've got to have him reading the speeches, too, because, it's his southern accent is just not obvious at all.
He does books on tape, right?
I hope so.
Schwarzenegger?
I would like to listen to him and Mr. T and Snoop Dogg. I would love those books on tape.
And one last story here, if you missed it again, about our guy Steve Bannon, ousted White House chief strategist. Now again, we said he's back with Breitbart and the Wild Wild West. He said that he's going to go nuclear on Democrats in the White House, the West Wing Democrats. He's very, very upset. He plans on going after anyone that opposed him or disagreed with him in any regards. He actually said, "I feel jacked up. I got my hands back on my weapons."
It's Bannon the Barbarian. I'm definitely going to crush the opposition. I built a fucking machine at Breitbart. Cue cowboy. We're about to rev that machine up.
So Steve Bannon is getting ready to unleash his bitterness and anger and fury.
So much so that a jet just flew by the air show.
Yeah, we're having flybys here for the show.
Oh, man, yeah. Someone just buzzed the tower.
Right. We're actually dropping some, what is this, Evan Williams and Dr. Pepper into the carpet here for our dead homies. And we're doing flybys, too. So Steve Bannon is ready to go after those that opposed him in the White House. So maybe you didn't know any of that stuff. Maybe you knew all of it, and maybe you have extremely strong feelings. Maybe the political landscape right now is, in our country, something you don't want it to be. Maybe you agree with it. Maybe you don't agree with it. Maybe you're upset or overwhelmed or disgusted by the actions of our government. Maybe you're overwhelmed or disgusted by the inaction of our government. Maybe there's just so many strong emotions and feelings. You just don't know where you're at right now, because I've heard so many people over the week that are just filled with such emotion and grief and anger and bitterness and confusion. Well, Jason and I would like to make an offer to you. We want to give you an alternative to the current political landscape. Maybe you don't identify Republican. Maybe you don't identify Democrat. Maybe you hate both sides. Maybe you really feel strongly about one or the other.
Completely indifferent.
Right. Maybe you're completely indifferent to it. And so we want to offer up a new party to you. And we are calling it the Dago Tea Party.
Yes, we are. And clearly, as Matt stated earlier, the Dago Tea Party begins their day by drinking Evan Williams and Dr. Pepper.
Or some combination of alcoholic beverage and mixer. It doesn't have to just be that.
This song warms my heart. So, as the Dago Tea Party, we want to be the party of great food and comfortable clothing. You know, it makes you think of being on vacation or at a Sox game. Some people say and stand by party first. That's something that Matt and I agree with because we like to party. Matt?
So if you need an alternative, if you need a group to attach your name to follow, to pledge allegiance to, we offer to you the Dago Tea Party. Yes, we are Italian, Italian heritage, very proudly so. My family comes from Bade and Sicily. Where's your family from in Italy?
I knew I was just going to be thrown under the bus.
I know. I was like, maybe I shouldn't ask him, but I thought you might know.
I don't know the exact... My mom knows the cities, but I know that my mom's side is from southern Italy, bordering, like a town bordering France.
Okay.
And then my father's side is from like way up north. That's why I'm pale and hairy. They didn't get the tan genes up there.
That's right. No sunshine up in northern Italy. We'll get the names of those cities, but we definitely are Italian and proud of our Italian heritage and proud of the clothing that our ancestors brought to this country. Therefore, we are the Dago Tea Party. And here's what I want to offer to you to show your allegiance to the Dago Tea Party. You can go to Twitter at AFDE Show. If you're not on Twitter, I suggest you start an account. If you have one and you're not following us, do so at AFDE Show. And to pledge your allegiance to the Dago Tea Party, I would like you to mix up your favorite cocktail, whatever your favorite beverage is. Have it in hand. Sit yourself, your family, wife, kids, if you have a girlfriend or significant other, whatever it might be. I want everyone in the picture wearing a Dago tee and your most comfortable elastic waistband pants, holding your favorite beverage. Take a picture and tweet it to us at the AFDE Show. And we're going to retweet all those pictures so people can see an alternative party, the Dago Tea Party. And if you want extra credit and extra bonus points, take that photo out in front of a Jules. You know?
Jules Ascos?
Jules Ascos. Over there. You
go
over there.
On the Wisconsin border?
Yeah. You get your kids, you put them in the car, you throw a Dago tea on them, some sweatpants, you give them a beverage, and you get in front of the Jules Ascos, and you take a picture. And then you tweet it to us at the AFDE Show.
And hashtag Dago, DAGO, party.
Yeah, so you'll see that on our Twitter account, hashtag Dago Tea Party. If you want to join, we want you. We're accepting all people. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. It doesn't matter where you stand on pretty much anything at all in life.
We welcome all of you.
We welcome all. You only have to wear a Dago Tea and elastic waistband pants, because we are the Dago Tea Party.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
All right there, friends. Hope you went out and got yourself Dago tea, put it on, and some elastic waistband pants. This is the AFDE Show. Baticola and Ferrari discuss everything. Episode Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro. You can follow along on Twitter at AFDE Show. We are presented by Mickey Finn's, Lake County's first brew pub, located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville. Follow along with Finn's on Twitter at Mickey Finn's and get yourself some delicious beer, some wonderful food, and some great entertainment over at Mickey Finn's. So I hope you're wearing your Dago tea and you are proudly part of the Dago Tea Party. Remember, it's hashtag Dago Tea Party, DAGOTEE Party. Send us your photos of you, your family, your kids, your significant other in a Dago tee and most comfortable elastic waistband pants.
I think, and I know a lot of people listen to this during their commute. So let's say you're on a train, on a bus, in your car. We know sometimes under those dress shirts there's a Dago tee, so take it off and be proud.
Liberate your Dago tee from being underneath that collared shirt that the man makes you wear while he holds you down from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Liberate yourself and join the Dago Tea Party.
Let the pits be free.
That's right. Those stinky pits of yours. Ferrari Nabatacola here. This is episode Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro. And we were talking the last couple episodes about movies, and we'll continue on. As
I think we'll probably talk about movies on every episode. Because we don't leave the house. Right. The nice thing is, though, we're not in a basement.
No.
This is not, our studio is not a basement.
Right. We either work or basically just watch movies and read. So that's pretty much all we do, and that's why we talk about movies a lot. And so Jason brought up the topic and asked the question, what are the worst movies, Matt, you have ever seen?
From my brother Chris. This is what I completely biffed on it because I thought he meant, I don't know. I think myself and other people were getting a little confused about the true concept of guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah, the whole guilty pleasure thing. So a guilty pleasure movie is not something you love to watch. That even if a guilty pleasure is something that is terrible. It is recognized by society as being terrible, yet you still love it, which makes you feel
watch it
guilty.
Repeatedly.
You feel guilty for watching it, which is why it's a guilty pleasure. So it's not something that everyone loves. It's generally something everyone hates, yet you love it. For me, Bodyguard is a movie that is a guilty pleasure.
Now I know the damn number.
Now it's gone to 39.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if you watched it recently, you're such a punk, dude. How about if we flip it? Flip the amount of times that you watched it before I knew. I was gonna say, then you get 83.
83. I'll watch it up to 80. I'll do that for the people.
Don't.
For the kids. I'll watch it before December 31st. I'll have watched it 83 times. So that's a guilty pleasure. So here are the worst movies you've ever seen in your life, and movies you don't like. You didn't like them while you were watching them. For me, there's one that immediately jumps out.
But you've still watched it in its entirety, right?
Yes, because
it was so bad.
I was at the movie theater.
Okay.
It was actually Jason Goff and I went to the movies with Brian, or my old buddy Brian Berticelli.
Oh yeah.
On the movie he wanted to see, so we went with him.
Wait, so it was Brian's choice?
It was Brian's choice.
I'm not surprised. It's crap.
Well, no, and you wouldn't have expected it to be crap. Not in this series of movies.
But he likes some.
It was the fourth Indiana Jones movie, whatever that was called.
The Crystal Skull.
The Crystal Skull shoved up your
So bad.
Jason and I wanted to leave minutes into the movie. It was one of the worst movies, and I think what made it so disappointing was the fact that it came in the Indiana Jones series, which is what's so disappointing. And I know it's not really one of the Indiana Jones movies, but it was an Indiana Jones movie, and it was under the series of the Indiana Jones movies, and the first three were all spectacular. I loved all three of them, but that was easily one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
And like a lot of people blame, I think for some reason it's people have started to really hate Shia.
Well,
and I think
he's
gone a little crazy.
Well, he makes it easy to hate him.
Right, but I mean, I heard people saying that he was the reason for it. No. The concept was bad. The writing was bad. Everything was bad. I mean, there were some big-name actors in there. You had like Cate Blanchett. I mean, there were like big-named actors in there, and it was just a complete mess. That was not, I agree. That is a bad movie.
And another terrible movie that I saw, and I think I can blame this on Brian as well, if I remember correctly. It was at the theaters, and it was Black Mask, the Jet Li movie. Yeah.
Oh, no, but yeah, that's what I was going to say. This dude has swords all over his apartment. He's a martial artist, so I'm not surprised.
He was, yeah.
I can't believe he went to that.
He had like serious, legit skills in that regards, but his choice in movies were sometimes poor. And I'm pretty sure Black Mask I can blame on him as well. And if I remember correctly, he hated it also. So at least it says something for him there.
Yeah, then you're on the same page.
Yeah, but two of the worst movies I've ever seen. That fourth Indiana Jones and then this Black Mask movie with Jet Li was just brutal.
Okay. You got anything else? Not a third?
Those made me feel bad enough.
So there's a common theme in my top two, and I'm going back and forth on how to rank them. But I think just based on how just stupid it is, Showgirls. I mean, someone's naked, and on top of it, someone's naked from Saved by the Bell. So there is some natural curiosity factor.
Yeah.
And of all the people on there, I wasn't like, I really need to see Jesse naked.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys are going to be disappointed in you for saying that it's a bad movie, because I'm sure that was a lot of good material for guys listening right now.
Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, it's a terrible movie.
Awful.
It's terrible.
What was her name? Nomi?
I don't know, but it was terrible.
Nomi?
Whatever it was.
All right, no, so the next one is...
The only guy that I liked was the guy that was telling the dancers they were too fat and they couldn't perform, and yet they were like super skinny.
No, but
You're huge.
The gay redheaded... Oh, no, the other guy.
That's what Trump should have been.
I just like
guy.
The redheaded guy with like the clipboard.
You're huge. You're gone.
No, huge.
Huge. Huge.
Number 2, striptease. So you see, the commonality,
is that the Demi Moore?
Yeah, I mean, seeing her naked,
Demi Moore?
Cool. But what's interesting is that was seeing her naked, fresh off the $40,000 of plastic surgery pre movie.
I remember the movie, but don't remember. The movie.
It's not memorable. The only thing that was good about it, Burt Reynolds was in it.
So I was going to say I couldn't. Yeah,
Burt Reynolds is in it, and that's really its only redeeming quality. And then number 3, there are now 4 of them, and about to be a 5th that I keep watching for some reason. Sharknado. I cannot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a guilty pleasure. I won't apologize for it. I don't feel guilty for it, but they're really stupid.
5th one was just on TV a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I think it did just come out. That's right.
Did it just come out?
But I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, they're so bad.
I have not seen
so bad
any of them, and I will not see. I have no desire.
Yeah, it's not even a guilty pleasure. It's like I'm punishing myself for something by watching all of them, but they're brutal. That's my top 3. And as we usually do, please let us know your top 3, top 5, whatever. You can list them out. You can do one. We don't care. Just let us know what movies are the worst movies that you've ever seen.
Yeah, you can tweet us at AFDE Show, or you can go to Facebook.com/AFDE Show. Let us know there. Email the show at AFDEshow@gmail.com. Let us know your worst movies you have ever seen.
Oh, also, we keep forgetting we have a MySpace page.
Oh, we do?
Because remember in the first show, and then I teased about it, and someone tweeted at us and said, "I'm still waiting for that MySpace page." So I went and did it. If you go to it, it's useless. It doesn't do anything, but it's myspace.com/AFDE Show.
Yeah, I think that was our Twitter friend Ramblin' Grimace who.
That's it, right.
Who asked about the MySpace page, and you really did. You told me you put one together. I don't know if you were kidding.
Oh, I
or
did.
You really put.
So
we have a MySpace page.
It took me like 2 weeks to do it because I couldn't upload a photo. Trish helped me with the photo. It's awful.
All right, moving on to more things that are bad, and we're going to try this one more time here. See if you kids can get it now. Get the whole concept of it. We've talked about guilty pleasure movies. Remember, these are movies that society as a whole has said these movies are terrible, yet you love watching them, which is why you feel guilty in doing so. So we've talked about guilty pleasure movies, Guilty pleasure songs. Is there a song? Is there an artist that you love listening to that society as a whole has said, this artist is garbage. This song, their music is garbage, yet you love it. It comes on the radio, you turn it up louder. You have it on your iPhone and you play it in your car and you turn it up louder. You're a little embarrassed, so you roll the windows up or you make sure the windows are up.
Just pictured like Office Space when Michael Bolton is listening to gangster rap.
You make sure no one's home when you play this and you dance to it out of the shower, whatever it might be. Guilty pleasure songs. Jason, do you have any guilty pleasure songs or guilty pleasure music artists?
So I think for me, I've been toying with this all week, and I think there is a pretty big contingent of people who actually really enjoy this song, and then a movement has became a thing as a result of being able to do this to other people. And the song is Rick Astley, never going to give you
Rickrolled?
Rickroll. I think that is hysterical, but I've always loved that song. And I remember when I first heard it. I mean, if you think about it, when you hear that song, you thought it was a black dude. I did. Anyone I know did. And then when you saw this guy who's like a ginger white guy in a trench coat just dancing and sing, it made it so much better for me. And I know people, whenever I do that to them, they get so pissed. So that's my favorite.
I personally think if you think that song sucks, you're an idiot. Because it's a great song.
Never gonna give.
I think it's a great song. I was trying to think of guilty pleasure songs for myself, or guilty pleasure artists, and for me,
I feel like that would be just
anything.
It's got to be like the worst shit ever, because he will I
listen to anything.
Yeah, he listens to everything, but he will come to a party. And if he gets a song locked in his head, you have to deal with that shit for the duration of the party. Yeah. And then before, we didn't even text each other before, so I could like get away from it. But no, he'll keep texting you, so you keep remembering it, like Barry Manilow or whatever.
That's what I was going to say. That for me, Barry Manilow is an artist, and I'm pretty sure that people in my generation and friends of mine just do not enjoy and or like Barry Manilow. Now, I think he is well adored in certain demographics in our country.
Yeah, like old people.
Yeah, and others maybe, but I love Barry Manilow, and you give me a Barry Manilow song, and that's it. I'm good. I am good to go. You never want me to DJ your party if I'm in some like low emotional state.
It would be it would just be Barry Manilow, and then this like the same Michael Jackson song over and over and over.
I totally ruined one of your parties. I was DJing.
Oh my God!
When I volunteered to DJ,
dude. Okay, yeah.
Then it was like, hey, Jace, can you get your friend away from the music?
Well, no, and then cool. Matt was, he just, things happen in life. He wasn't in the greatest place, so we moved him away from the iTunes and put him in the front room, which was super funny because that was the only party that we ever had where someone showed up with a red light and we put it in the
front room, and there was like dudes and chicks and they're making out, and then
Matt just sitting on the couch we created a nice Amsterdam red light district environment for Matt to sulk in.
So Barry Manilow definitely would be a guilty pleasure artist, because I probably shouldn't like Barry Manilow, and I probably shouldn't like his music and his songs, and although he does write the songs.
Oh God!
Anyway,
yeah,
I won't do it.
No, I don't care. You know what you did.
Guilty pleasure songs. I don't know what else. Are there any other guilty pleasure songs?
I have one that actually just popped into my head. So and this person is loved by like a lot of people. It's just people who know me. I'm 42. I'm an 80s. I was born in the 70s, but I'm an 80s. That's like my impressionistic music period.
Sure.
So I love hair bands. I mean. That's my thing. Like
85 to 90 was probably when you just started soaking out 10 years
right.
old and
your formative music years.
You started getting music coming
which
to
was
you.
Nice. I think we talked about it on episode 1 too, that I had cool parents, so if I would force some ridiculous hairband in their eyes on them, they would respond in kind and say, okay, if I'm going to listen to that, you're going to listen to this. And it'd be like Grand Funk Railroad, Skinner, stuff like that, Zeppelin. But I used to work, I think you remember, I used to work at this company called Soft Choice.
Yeah. I
was there for 5 years. And there's this guy, Dave, who sat across from me for probably the last 3 years I worked there. And every Friday, he's like, you ready? I'm like, I am now. Yeah, let's go. He would play "Since You've Been Gone" by Kelly Clarkson.
Oh man!
And it's one of those things where it's like, if you know me, you know I'm not like, bro.
Yeah,
bro.
I would
we gotta
never
jam
picture
to
you.
Kelly Clarkson,
Yeah.
and every Friday it'd be like 3:00. Since you've been gone.
All right.
And then everybody started liking it.
I'm with you on that one as a guilty pleasure song. Now that you say it, I do love that song, and I probably shouldn't. And there was one that I just immediately thought of that my old pal from the score, Nick Shepkowski, and we loved together, and we would play together.
Well, that just sounds interesting.
Yeah. Was "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, or Hannah Montana, whatever she was at the time. But "Party in the USA," you don't know the "Party in the USA"?
No, I do.
Yeah. So that was a song that I definitely shouldn't, as a 44-year-old man, or when we were enjoying it. It was how old is that song? I don't even know.
I couldn't tell.
10 years ago.
If I knew
I don't
the
even
year
know.
of that,
8 years ago.
we need to do a show on something.
Whatever age that I was at the time, I shouldn't have liked that song at any point in my life, and I still do like it today. So guilty pleasure songs, you can hit us up with those. You can do the email or the Twitter account. Let us know.
And Matt celebrate,
guilty
as
pleasure
I think we
songs.
talked about in one episode.
What's that?
You celebrate the Bieber catalog, so that's
I
another
love
one you
Justin
should.
Bieber.
Yeah, I know. I went to we went
awesome.
to this theme party with Matt, and like he took over someone's phone, and it was like 9 Bieber songs in a row.
Boom.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Because, man, nothing makes you want to get up and dance like a Justin Bieber tune.
Okay.
Yeah?
No, I don't.
Dance
I don't.
and then punch yourself in the face.
I don't. I wouldn't be able to name one Justin Bieber song. I've heard them. I have no idea what the name is, and definitely not what the lyrics are.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know the names of the songs either, but if they come on, I can sing along with them.
Like I
know he has one song called "Sorry," maybe.
think Baby.
That's
maybe. That's
when
the
he
one that
still
that's
when
when like Usher found him on
yeah,
YouTube.
that's when he
something.
still sounds like a kid.
Yeah, his sack hadn't dropped.
Yeah. He sounds like more of a kid then than he does now. All right, moving along, Jason. One of my favorite things in life is hearing about dumb criminals, and I think we all enjoy stories of dumb criminals. And I came across a couple stories that I wanted to share. This is just fantastic.
I can't. I'm sorry. I got to step away from the mic. I can't stop laughing.
Apparently, when you're on parole, there are certain things you should not do, certain things you're not allowed to do, and appearing in a rap video with guns, drugs, and large amounts of cash is probably not a good idea. New Jersey police say they were checking on the social media accounts of parolee Deshelle McLeod, 34 of Newark. They found a link to a rap video he had participated in, complete with all the things he was supposed to stay away from. So it was a rap video showing him holding guns with various types of drugs in the video and large amounts
Is he doing?
of cash.
I just envision this guy doing like the James Bond pose, just guns up
guns.
and you say so he's making it rain with
Yes.
weed. I would watch that video.
As a result of the video, police followed up with a search of his residence where they found all of his quote-unquote props. And then he was therefore arrested. Dumb. One more, and this one is this is unbelievable. I saw this. I could not believe that this was an actual story. Burglarizing a home probably isn't the smartest thing you can do, but then to sign into social media while you do it definitely is not the smartest thing you can do. A man in Minnesota has landed himself in jail because he logged on to his Facebook account during an alleged crime. As reported by KDVR police, they say that the man checked his Facebook profile from a home he broke into and then didn't log off.
I wonder if he poked someone.
Right, poked. Yeah,
Facebook poke
from the house he's burglarizing. When the homeowner got home, noticed some of his things were missing. He called the police, then noticed something on his computer. Much to his surprise, he found the intruder logged onto his Facebook account and then left it up. The homeowner then shared his photo and updated the guy's status, asking anyone to call him with information on his whereabouts that he had just robbed his home. The homeowner got a text from the burglar later that evening and wanted to give his stuff back to him. Well, it didn't go over that well, as he got himself arrested and could be facing up to 10 years in prison and a $20,000 fine.
But 10 years and facing up to 10 years in prison for being a fucking idiot.
Right.
Just being a complete what? You know what that's something that like you do at work. You know, like someone will be logged into Facebook.
Oh,
and you
we
go and
always
you
did
just,
that.
You just
We always did that.
Yeah. Oh God,
The
especially
Twitter
with the
accounts.
producers. I can only imagine that.
Right. We would send a tweet out. You know that. If Jay Zawoski left his Twitter up, I would always, tweet out, "I love Matt Abaticola," or "Matt's the greatest guy in the world," and dumb stuff like that. And it got a little more vicious depending on who left their computer open.
I've noticed the theme that I generally see, and it's something that we've talked about before in loving the word poop. I believe that was in episode Chester. Poop. But yeah, it would just poop. I like to poop. Like that's the I take horrible dumps or something along those lines. One of my friends, Bill, his wife always does it, and you know it's coming. Like all of a sudden, you'll just see a picture of like the little poop emoji. And man, do I love to poop! and then you see all the comments under like, "Oh, we know Bill got your phone." It's like, stop leaving it open every time. Or she's like, "I take massive dumps."
That's great.
Hilarious.
Doing that to his wife. That's fantastic. So the another reason probably not to have a social media account is if you're a dumb criminal, a young teenager, or a professional athlete. Those are probably reasons not to have social media accounts.
Yeah. I
I love the idea though. This guy breaks into a house, and while he's there, he needs to check his Facebook status. I mean, that's what we've become as a society.
Right.
That we're so dependent on like Facebook and our Facebook status that in the middle of a crime, this dude's like, "Oh, there's a desktop. I'm going to check my status."
Or take a photo of something he's taking and put it on Instagram.
Right.
Hashtag thief.
Oh, I'm sure that had to be like a selfie taken. I'm sure a criminal has taken a selfie while committing a crime. It had to happen.
I mean, he's a criminal. We don't really know what his financial situation is like because he's obviously robbing a home. But I would think he would have a phone of some sort.
Right.
Unless this guy has a flip phone and he only has access to the internet via like mom's house, the public library,
where all your friends hang out.
Or where you're robbing someone.
All right, so social media, and it wouldn't be much of a surprise, Jason, to see something that maybe you wouldn't expect to see in a picture. Like, let's say, someone photobombs a nice picture on a beach, and okay, that doesn't surprise you to see that in social media. But what if you're a search engine, and on your homepage of your search engine, you decide to put a beautiful picture of a beach in Croatia, and it's a beautiful light-colored tan sand beach, and on either side there's beautiful crystal clear blue waters. What a beautiful image to set up as the homepage for your search engine. Now, what if some clown decided to
awesome?
Which is what I mean. Which is what I mean by
this
clown.
Guy's my hero.
What if some clown, also known as a hero, decided to, in the sand, draw a giant penis? And then you, as the search engine company, still put the photo up on your homepage of your search engine of this beach.
Like a Google Earth shot, or probably like a drone shot.
It had to be a drone. That's what I was figuring.
Yeah, just a carved dong in the beach.
on Bing.
Yeah, Bing. Yeah, so if you saw we did post it on our Twitter handle, and I was very proud of the hashtag BingDong.
BingDong. So there it is.
But it's not just like where you go somewhere else doing a search. It's you go to the homepage, and it's a giant, it's got the little search line, the beach, and a dong.
A giant penis.
So
just
funny.
A giant penis drawn into the sand.
As we did before this segment, if you want to find it, just go to the Google machine and put in Bing penis, and you will get all the results.
You'll get it, and if you can't see it all that well, don't worry, because people on Twitter, they had your back as the story showed.
Mashable zoomed in.
They zoomed in, right, and showed it. Man,
I really wish there was you can't see what I'm doing in the studio, but to explain, I really wish there was a guy just like leaned back,
right,
just with the big beach dong.
Well, you know what you can do.
In addition to the white beater photos, please,
right, if you want to send
don't
us,
use a real dong.
Your stories of your dong in the sand, feel free to email us at afdeshow@gmail.com. Now, it's funny when you talked about the poop emoji, and I take massive poops.
You do realize I did bring up the poop on purpose, right? You're not the only one who knows how to segue.
Well, there's I don't know how we even talked about this during the week, but I was like, you're right. I'm going to share this with
my brother.
I'm going to share this with our kids.
My brother Matt brought it up
here on the AFDE show. Again, follow on Twitter at AFDE show, Facebook.com/AFDE show. Or how many years ago it was?
3.
Was it more than 3? Wasn't it?
Well, you've pretty much come over every Christmas, like in a span. I thought. I don't know if there was one that we didn't see you.
No, it was longer than that.
Maybe,
it was longer,
wait, hold on. About
I ended
5.
up going. Yeah, I went to my brother's house in Hampshire.
Yeah, no,
that's where Big Al took me
5 years, which
he had
is by
nothing better to
Elgin.
do.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyway, that's a different story.
Yeah, we don't want to.
So here's the story. So I go to your house. Was it Christmas Day night?
Yeah, that's what we
it was.
usually do. Because Christmas Eve night, my immediate family, we will kind of sit down and exchange gifts after everybody leaves. Christmas Day nights, we love to have everybody come over.
So I had nothing going on. So Christmas Day night, I go over to Jason's parents' house in Downers Grove, and I'm hanging out with the family. And Jason and I decide to play a little game called Finish the Wine Bottle.
All of them.
Whatever wine bottle was open, we decided to finish it. Didn't matter what
then wide
region
fridge,
of the world it came from.
What was in the other room?
Didn't matter what it was.
Red and
whether
white
it was
at
red,
the same
white,
time.
It didn't matter. We finished off some that were full, some that had maybe a glass left. How many? A dozen? 14? 16?
It was 14.
14 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
We finished off. Needless to say, we were a slight bit intoxicated. And I think I just passed out on the couch or slept on the couch or I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. I put on... No,
you put on something soft?
No, this is going to be... this will be a segment somewhere else. Actually, this would work in... So we have something coming on about things, words that we dislike. I also want to cover things that we dislike in a future episode. But there was no blanket nearby, so I put what's called a throw on Matt, and it basically covered like
my
from
chest.
It's like his shins to his waistband.
Yeah.
But I just threw it on him, and he slept with that fake blanket.
Well, anyway, I woke up early in the morning. No one else in the house was stirring.
Yes, no one was awake yet.
Yeah, so I got up, and what Santa brought me overnight from all the wine was a big, massive poop. And so I went into the main floor bathroom, which is slightly off the kitchen. So that would be the regular use, first floor bathroom. If everyone's down there hanging out, you'd use this bathroom. So that's what I did. I mean, why would I go upstairs, use a bathroom, or into Jason's parents' room, be like, hey, good morning, I'm going to go use your bathroom.
That would have made this story
even better.
So much better.
So
you
I'm
just
in the bathroom.
Dumped in my parents' bathroom.
And the 14 bottle of wine post-poop, it didn't go well. That was a road game that I wish I had back. I definitely did not win that road game. Not only did I not win, I was knocked out of the conference for the rest of the season.
It did not end in a tie.
Yeah. There was no doubt about that one. I was not allowed to have road games for the remainder of the year. Now, thank God it was the 26th of December. There wasn't that much time left in the year.
Yeah, you only got like a 5-day penalty.
Which for me, though, I do road games all the time, so that could have been a big disaster for me.
I guess technically that would have been a road game for me as well. I mean, it's the home I grew up in, but I didn't live
still,
there.
Yeah, but
okay. Maybe we come up with something else.
Technically, but yeah, that's still
like a part-time home.
That's still
home / road game.
Yeah, that's still a home game for you because the parents still live there. So for me, 100% road game.
Yeah. So, although you are brother from another mother.
I am considered part of the family.
And people every time we are together are like, you guys look alike.
But
I know, but we're not related.
More openly accepted by Big Al though.
Oh yeah.
Then I think Corinne's warming up to me. It's only taken 16 years, but I think we're getting there. I think by year 20.
Oh no, but we are softening her up by me sharing all of your son's photos.
Oh,
they're so cute. I was like, yeah.
That works. I'll just start texting.
Remember that time
that
Matt did this?
Yeah. So without graphic details, I get done, the toilet flushes, and instead of going down, it starts to slowly creep back up. To the point where, like, I immediately became sober because I was just whitewashed with fear and panic, envisioning what was going to happen, until eventually what did happen, where it just started to come out and overflow. And I'm pretty sure every septic system in the neighborhood started to come up through Jason's parents' bathroom.
There were squirrels.
There were squirrels, an alligator, the carcass of a blue whale.
The urban legends of things that are in the sewers.
Freddy came out of the clown from It came out of the toilet and reached out and smiled at me. But he was even so disgusted he swam his way back down. I was still terrified though. I think I found maybe a third of a roll of of paper towel to use because I went through the toilet paper, and toilet paper doesn't clean anything up very well.
Right. No, not
including
that
butts,
kind of
by the way.
that kind of poop.
If you're a grown man and you don't use wipes by now, you should do so because toilet paper is not what you need. I finished off the roll of toilet paper, couldn't find another one, and trying to clean up this mess. It was still coming. Run to the kitchen to find like a third of a roll of paper towel, which was immediately gone within seconds.
Oh, yeah, because it probably wasn't a good one.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I threw some of your mom's towels away because I used them and didn't know what to do with them. I think they might be in the bushes in the backyard. I just opened the back door and flung them into the backyard.
I don't
into the
understand
snow.
why the plants are growing so well.
Why are there no towels left down here, Albert?
Clearly, the secret is human manure.
What happened to my nice hand towels with our initials? Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that man I was absolutely just terrified about what was going to happen. December 26th.
This was like 5 a.m. You said something like that.
It was super early. If I had a car with me at that point, I would have gotten in the car and just drove. Like I would have cleaned and then got in the car and drove away. And like I would have just gotten, hey, dude, where are you? Got a phone call. Where you at? Oh, I had to get on the road pretty early. And, I would have just left it to myself. But I had no choice but to tell the family what had happened.
And my introduction to this was the best. So Matt sends me a text. I'm sleeping upstairs, and he's like, "Dude, come down here." That's all the text said. I'm like, what the hell?
Come down, bring a bucket and mop.
No, it was. You didn't do it real time. This was like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I come downstairs, and both my parents are in the kitchen with you. My mom's making like eggs and bacon. Coffee is there, and you're all laughing. So yeah, I come down there and hear about the poop story. Just, dude, come down here. That'll be another hashtag for dude, come down here.
Talking with your parents about my massive poop that destroyed their bathroom over breakfast.
I walked into the stand-up routine about the poop.
You know what? It's funny now that I think about it. That's not even my worst story though.
About pooping or in life?
About pooping.
Right.
No, I have much more worse stories in life. But the pooping stories, I was driving home one morning before work, and I was selling cars. And I was on Ogden Avenue and like 53. There's like a BP Amoco gas station right there. And I was heading back to Lyle, and I had to stop because I had to poop. And so I'm like, all right, gas station road game, no big deal. So I pull into the gas station, I run into the bathroom, and this is like I'm going to crap myself in a matter of seconds if something doesn't happen.
Were you doing like the hand on butt clench?
Hand over the butt, like that's going to prevent anything from happening?
No, basically, yeah, that's just going to be a poop filter.
Right. Oh, no, you're going to cover your hand in poop.
You'll have like poop stencils or something,
right.
like Christmas cookie things. You can shape it like
What's
like
on
reindeer.
your hand? My poop didn't stop. So I run into the bathroom or run into the gas station, and of course there are two dudes outside the men's bathroom. It's a single bathroom only. Two dudes waiting to go to the bathroom.
My name is Buck, and I like to
hang out at men's bathrooms and gas stations, along with Bright Bart. So I'm like, oh man, this is not going to be good. So I see that there's no one waiting for the ladies' washroom because why would there be? It's a gas station. I'm like, forget it. I hit the handle. It opens. I'm like, great, got to do it, ladies. Sorry. Walk in there. Lock the door, do my thing.
Just have a blowout.
Flush the toilet, same thing. It doesn't go down, it comes up. And it is, this is disgusting.
But that's a gas station. Then you can get out of there.
Right, but I'm in the ladies' washroom of the gas station.
Toilet. It's
right.
a toilet in a gas station.
So I'm like, all right, and this time I'm like, there's no effort to clean it up. You just like, you make sure nothing gets on you, and you're like, all right, gotta go.
Wait,
nothing on my shoes.
Got no poop shrapnel?
Right.
I'm out.
Because this is, back in the day when, you didn't wear tapered pants and skinny jeans. So, they might have dragged on the floor.
Oh, it could have caught in your boot cut. You could have poop in the boot cut jeans.
Hey, you never know.
Wait, what was that store?
Do you know the candy bar?
What was that store that you always, was it Lucky? Like, you used to go to something in the mall, a jeans store.
Yeah.
You used to tell me, like, you got to go get these jeans. But I know they were boot cut.
Oh, it had to be boot cut.
Was it like Lucky brand or
maybe? I don't even remember.
It's like
maybe they might have been Lee or Wrangler.
No, they definitely weren't that.
So I leave the mess, and by mess I mean there is a massive mess on
just
the floor.
Just a big poop stew.
Just everywhere on the floor.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh man, this is so gross. I got to get out of here. Grab the handle, open it up, and of course, I don't open it up wide enough for people to see in. I just open it wide enough so I can like body shimmy out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then just let it close behind me. And
make sure the stream of poo isn't following you out.
And of course, is there a woman waiting to get in the bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
100%. I like made direct eye contact with her and just wanted to be like, sorry, bro. And then just like got into, I was driving a Camaro at the time with T-tops. That's how cool I was. Just basically jumped into the car.
That really rolls into our political party well.
It does. The Dago Tea Party. Hashtag Dago Tea, DAGOTEE party. Yeah. Dago Tea Party.
Take a photo of you in the wife beater. In the Dago Tea. In your Camaro. Yeah,
in the Camaro with T-tops, the 1997, and it was the pewter colored Camaro with the chrome wheels.
That's also what I have
right
for my
in
bathroom
and
accessories.
Sped away. Yeah, that was the worst one, just because of the fact that it was in public and it was strangers and there was nothing to laugh about it with, like having breakfast with your mom and dad. Oh, by the way, I destroyed your bathroom this morning at 5 a.m.
Over a cup of coffee and some eggs.
More scrambled eggs with cheese? Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I need to bind up.
Do you have any hot sauce?
Do you have anything that'll bind me up? Maybe some banana. Like, let's have a banana omelet.
Maybe no coffee. I think I'm good. I think it's all cleared out.
Well, Corinne, Albert, I'm going to go ahead and ask for some green tea.
Well, maybe I should have had 14 bottles of wine with your son to celebrate Jesus'
right,
birth.
and most of them are red, which means you had green poop.
I don't even remember. I don't want to remember.
So, yeah, I'm sorry if we've grossed you out. And by sorry, I mean, I'm not sorry.
I mean, you're welcome.
Yeah, always question mark.
All right, remember, hashtag Dago Tea Party. You want to join the Dago Tea Party. Get yourself in a Dago tea, your significant other as well, your kids, your neighbors, your grandparents. Put them in Dago teas and pants with the elastic waistband, your most comfortable elastic waistband pants. Send those photos to us at AFDE Show on Twitter.
I'm pretty
and
sure
we'll retweet
if
those.
we could get... Now I'm just thinking of all of those people together. So say, for example, it's summer. It's wrapping up, but it's summer. And you could get maybe a family reunion together. If we get a
party next Saturday,
just like
invite
a
people over
family
for a pizza.
reunion photo of those photos, just of all of you in wife beaters. I mean, the sweatpants
Dago
thing
tees.
is God, yeah. I suck at my own show.
We don't support that.
No, I know we don't support that. Sorry,
in public.
So put on your Dago tee. Or something where, even you've cut the sleeves off a shirt. That I think that works well, too.
Yeah, if you don't own one, but go out and buy one. They're not that expensive.
Well, yeah, you can get a
Fruit
Fruit of the Loom pack at Kohl's for like $10.
Right, maybe even less than that. So go ahead and do that.
That's where I get mine.
And then get your family reunion together. Get everyone in the photo together wearing a Dago tee and some elastic waistband pants, whatever are most comfortable in your world.
Zubas would be
Zubas would be fine.
Like if what's bigger than a gold star? Platinum star. You
sure.
you
Is that platinum?
Yeah, you just win if you combine Zubas and Dago tea.
Yeah, you and your lady in a Dago tee and sweatpants, you're good to go. AFDE Show.
As our party is developing, they could become ambassadors. Like that's people who really go all out.
And just to give you an idea, to not waste the photo, you could then use the photo of you and your family in wife beaters or Dago tees, I should say, for your Christmas card.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Merry Christmas from the Johnsons, all in Dago tees.
And figure out a way to get a Dago tee on the dog.
If you don't have one, borrow a dog.
Oh, yeah, the neighbor's dog will work also.
Or a stranger's dog.
Hey, can I put a Dago tee on your dog?
Find a young lady walking a dog, chloroform her, and then take the dog home, put a wife beater on it, Dago tee.
We've gone to a dark place.
It's gotten very dark in the Dago tea party. All right, it's time to make another Campari and iced tea. We'll be back after this. It's the Abaticola Ferrari Discuss Everything podcast. This is a podcast called Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro.
I'll take famous titties before hunting. Dolly Parton.
Titles, Mr. Connery, not titties.
This is episode Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro of the Abaticola Ferrari Discuss Everything podcast. Follow on Twitter at AFDE Show, Facebook.com/AFDE Show. We are presented by Mickey Finn's, Lake County's original brew pub. One of my favorite spots. Was actually there earlier today for lunch with the dudes. They're located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville. Follow along at Mickey Finn's. Get them on Facebook at Facebook.com/Mickey Finn's Brewery. I want to thank you for all the downloads so far of the AFDE show. We're just over 13,500 total downloads, so we do appreciate you downloading and subscribing to the show. Keep doing that. Tell your friends, coworkers, and family all about it.
Strangers.
If you have people that you are connected to in Italy and Bulgaria and Austria, we really need you to step up because the downloads there have really been bringing down the popularity of the show worldwide. Our global approach is to reach men and women of all races, creeds, countries, religions, affiliations, whatever it might be. Everyone's welcome to join the Dago Tea Party. The United States doing very well, other regions very well. But again, bringing up the slack, Italy, Bulgaria, need you guys to do better. Our numbers in Saudi Arabia, Japan, Germany, New Zealand have doubled since our last podcast. We do appreciate your support. And even our friends in the UK, you're doing well. Cheers. Thanks for listening to the AFDE show.
We're going to look into who other regions actually? Like who represents other regions?
Doing really well. I'm thinking it's like other out of this world type things, type situations.
Oh, so it's like interplanetary listeners?
Yeah, we have those too. We're popular on other planets and other solar systems. Speaking of, I hope tomorrow, if you're going to watch, is it called the lunar eclipse, solar eclipse? What is it? Which one is it? What is it called?
I don't know.
There's an eclipse tomorrow. There's a school,
I don't know. It's some kind of an eclipse.
and it's not of the heart. But there's a school in Minnesota that canceled classes tomorrow because they don't want the kids there to get hurt by looking into the sun and then damaging their eyes. If you are one of those idiots that plan on taking time out of your day to watch the eclipse, I hope you go blind. I really do. Nothing against blind people, and and hey, I'm there for you to help you if you need any kind of assistance in seeing things. Even though my eyesight's not the best, I'll help you because it's not something you did to yourself. It's something that happened to you because of just nature, genetics, whatever it might be. If you're a moron that decides to take time out of your day to stare up at the sun, I hope you go blind tomorrow. I really do. It doesn't affect your life in a good way. It doesn't help you. It doesn't make anything better in your life. It doesn't make you a better father, husband, spouse, worker, friend, cousin, uncle, aunt, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't improve your life in any way. You're taking time out of your day of being productive and looking up into the sun. I hope you go blind. I really do.
There were people at the Adler Planetarium at 4:30 in the morning on Friday waiting in line for what looked to be the 3D movie glasses.
Oh,
man. And I'm sure other places as well. But yeah,
it doesn't happen all that often. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not improve your life in any way. You're wasting time from a productive day.
Can someone videotape it? Maybe I can watch it later. I don't. I'm not taking.
What's it matter?
No, I know. I'm just not leaving. I'm not leaving
what
work.
I'm not
taking. I'm not missing school or anything.
Are you studying the sun? Do you need to do that in your life? No. Let the people that do that for a living do it. Then let them tell you all about it. Some woman today from NASA was like, "You can look through a Ritz cracker, anything with holes in it." Yeah, okay. I want you to make a pair of glasses out of Ritz crackers.
My socks.
Yeah, take a couple Ritz crackers. Maybe some. What is that wire that you had as a kid? The bendable, had like fuzz on the outside.
Pipe cleaners.
Yeah, pipe cleaner type thing.
Strange name, but yeah.
Take that, make a pair of glasses with some of that, and a couple Ritz crackers, and go look at the sun and go blind. You idiot.
Look like a complete asshole.
Yeah, jeez. Anyway. Didn't mean to get off on that little tangent.
Well, and if you do like it, sweet.
Well, those people annoy me, and we wanted to discuss, because as we were discussing earlier in the kitchen, we were talking about words that annoy us. And if there are words out there that annoy you, what words annoy you, Jason? Now, there's a word that I know annoys a lot of people. I like to use it just because of the fact that it annoys people, and people can't tell you why it annoys them. But the word moist. People don't like the word moist. M-O-I-S-T, moist.
I use the word because it accurately describes what's happening. And so, but I always feel like after I say it, it's going to just go unnoticed, or there's going to be a cringe. That's moist. One of those words that, you just don't know. If you say moist, people, it's one of those words that people just seem to be grossed out by, but I don't.
But they can't tell you why.
I don't get it.
There's no reason for it.
Yeah.
Like the cake was moist. The chicken was moist.
Right. Isn't that what you want? That's what you want it to be. That's the goal.
Right.
Right? Dry is not good.
Right.
Yeah.
A dry cake. A dry piece of chicken. It's not good.
Right.
You want them moist.
Damn, I need some moist shit.
Right. People say, well, then use the word juicy. Well, no. Moist.
Well, no, because those are two different words. Moist and juicy are completely different definitions. It's not you don't replace that with the other.
It's not equivalent.
Right. Not at all.
There you go. Here's other words, and I can't explain why these words annoy me, but they do. The word spatula. Omelet annoys me, and I don't know why. I love omelets. Omelets are delicious. A really well done omelet, which is something most men can't do, and you should be able to make eggs. Yeah. That's another word that bothers people. They say eggs instead of eggs.
Oh yeah. Well, here, go on that tangent. Let's do all the words.
So milk instead of milk.
Yeah.
And then there's worsh instead of wash, pillow instead of pillow.
I'm a big fan of Warsh. I had a teacher in junior high who said Washington.
I'm going to wash the car.
Yeah.
I'm going to wash the dishes.
You're going to what? Whenever I hear that, what? Whenever I hear that, I just picture like someone walking out to the driveway and putting like Worcestershire sauce all over their car. I don't know. What are you doing exactly? What is washing?
So what words annoy you? Hit us up on Twitter at AFDE Show. Follow us on Twitter. Then send in your words that annoy you. God, there was this one that I thought of. Bayonet. Bayonet bothers me. I don't know why.
How often do you hear that word?
I don't.
Yeah.
That's why I just thought of it.
I've been reading a lot of war history stuff, so bayonet is involved. But I pay it no mind and move on. So
I think I just heard it in watching The Patriot with Mel Gibson for like the 50th time.
Yeah. Yeah,
this year.
Well, at least you counterbalance the 39 times of Bodyguard.
Yeah, I've more than doubled that with The Patriot. Bayonets up. Bayonet.
Okay. I have a couple, but I don't know. It's really hard for me to just think back and single out words. It's more they annoy me in the moment.
Moist.
So this actually, moist is whatever. I use it and I don't care. But a word that...
Moist.
I don't like when people use words that the definition does not match what they're using it for.
This is a good one. Yeah, I know. I agree with you on this.
So this... It's not even annoying. This pisses me off.
Well, because it's way overused and then improperly used.
Right. That's it, though. Yeah. You're not using it correctly. Epic. And I'm so looking forward to people, who are going to just start responding to anything we do on Twitter with epic. Yeah, we're a step ahead of you. Please just be better than that. I don't know, like find a new word
epic.
Or look up the definition. So
breakfast was epic.
Yeah, people just started using that for every experience. So trying on these shoes was epic. No, it wasn't. Epic describes significant, large-scale moments in history. If you look up the lineage of the word, it does not describe the dump you took. Like, people use it for everything.
I'm okay with using epic to describe your dump. Anything with poop, I'm fine with that.
No, but see, then I'm envisioning, you're taking a dump and then you're throwing like little toy soldiers into the, it's like they're running up a ridge. It's not epic. Your poop isn't epic. Nothing. Hey, you know what? Nothing you do is epic.
Poop Ridge Mountain?
I promise you. Yeah, exactly.
It's like Poop Ridge.
I just can't stand that shit. But epic. That's my number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't stand
that. We'd mentioned this in previous shows, too. The improper use of there, and there, your and your. That's just super annoying. And it really shows...
Actually, like we're and where has crept into that, too.
Yes, it certainly has. And it just shows that as a nation, we're getting dumber. We really are, and I think it really has to do with the dumb young kids today, and I think it has to do with social media and the way that social media allows people to express themselves. I think it's the fact that most communication is done via texting now, that people don't really even have to know how to communicate. So if you don't need to communicate in like the actual proper sense of communicating to someone, it doesn't matter how you say whatever it is you say. So it doesn't matter if you don't know how to spell or if you don't understand grammar at all.
Or, it completely inhibits your ability to have any kind of interpersonal communication.
Right. So as great as technology is, and it has become, and it's so vitally important in our society today, I think it also has made us dumber as a people.
Lazy.
Because, that's fine.
Yeah, well, but dumber.
Lazy
and dumb. Yeah,
sure.
Both. We were talking about kind of how far back do we want to do a comparison, and we just kind of came up with 20 years back as a nice round number.
When Titanic came out.
Yeah, and Matt has a daughter who she's 20, right?
Yep.
20. So he actually can use this as a really good basis for comparison because he can talk about the differences in the last 20 years.
Think back to that time a little easier, yeah.
Right, but it's a fair range of time because for the most part, I remember I was done with school in 1996, and I think I knew one person who used the email addresses that Southern Illinois University gave us.
Right.
Like I felt like Homer, like what the hell is email? Like I had no clue what email was. 97, it started getting a little bit more prevalent. You were at the office with the green screens. If you were old enough to remember those gems, but I don't know. Matt and I were talking about this. If I had to learn something, I couldn't just pull. It's cool to be able to pull your phone out of your pocket and find information quickly, but it makes you lazy. When we were that age, in 1997 and before that, we had to go to the library.
Right.
I actually had to put effort forth to go learn these facts or see if there's anything in my mom and dad's, what is it? Britannica, the
encyclopedia,
the Encyclopedia Britannica that like people would go door to door and sell, and then if you couldn't afford it, you would buy like certain letters at a time or sections of letters.
25 years, I'm gonna have the full alphabet.
But I don't know. The question that we're asking is, what's the intelligence factor from 20 years ago to today, and I truly am not encouraged by it. I feel like back then when we were young and people were, I fear for the future because you're our next generation. Well, if that's the case, then you're in for a real shitstorm.
Yeah. See, I've always believed that the children are our future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Yeah. Show them all the beauty that they possess inside. Not outside, but inside.
What is it? Give them a chance of pride?
I don't even know.
No, now I'm thinking of Coming to America, Sexual Chocolate.
Yeah.
I believe the children are our future. Thank you. Teach them well
Sexual
and let them
Chocolate.
lead the way.
Sexual Chocolate.
You might remember him as
Man,
Randy
that boy's
Watson
good.
from the What's
That
Going
boy's
Down
good.
episode of That's My Mama.
So I think going back 20 years, yes, I do think we are definitely convenienced by technology, which also has made us lazy, which has also contributed to us becoming dumber as a people.
Well, that, and if you look at, just Google, search history. Jesus. Sorry, I think I just had a mild seizure and smacked the mic stand. But
you smacked it. Like, that wasn't hard enough the first time.
No, I hit it once, and I got caught in the cord and hit it again.
Good follow through, Jay, with that uppercut.
Yeah. Jab,
punch.
And as usual, my train of thought is completely broken. I don't know what I was saying.
You were talking about sexual chocolate.
No. So if you look up what the most common Google search histories are, or websites, and the duration of time that people spend on it, but it's not porn. Like, I think people would think it's porn, but it's just arbitrary, random shit that in no way educates you. It's not. It would be really nice if American history was the top Google or Google search. Or it's not, though. It's just really dumb stuff. Or people who are looking for
it's stuff like is brown rice better for me?
Memes and GIFs and I'd say health food is high up there, which is not a bad thing.
No.
But nothing that in any way is educationally stimulating or helpful to our society.
Right.
It's
or like
just,
insert actress name here with the word boobs.
Yes, boobs, nude or naked, something along those lines. I just love it because whoever's kind of designing these things will call them breasts.
Right.
But your ignorant ass is just like
boobs.
And or say Halle Berry, who's like that. She's the number one. Maybe we'll do that in a different episode, but. People don't know how to spell Halle, so it'll be like Halley, berry, but berries, and like boobs with one O. It's Bob's.
Halle Berry's Bob's.
and
then Google's like, oh, you mean boobs?
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
Idiot.
Yeah. Did you mean boobs?
Right.
Yes, I did.
That's right.
So there's that. But
did you mean Halle Berry's breasts? No, I didn't. I actually meant her boobs. That's why I said Bob's.
Google, tell me the difference.
All right, so if we're getting dumber as a nation, think about people that are maybe still smart. And I hope I'm one of the more intelligent people, less lazy people, I guess.
At least we read.
Try to, yeah, absolutely. But what are some of the, I guess they necessarily don't need to be people that you've come in contact with, but that would be helpful. But what are some of the bigger influences in your life? I mean, we like to try to be a little more
people that you'd like to emulate.
Sure,
you may not know them, but they're how they live their lives.
Right, and that can get into the whole discussion of like what a role model is or whatnot. But what people have influenced your life, and you could look at different areas of your lives and different influences. But what people have influenced you the most in life?
I think, it's funny when you hear this conversation. Often, I think people's instinct is to go to older people. That have left an impression on them, or a parent or something like that. So, but it's very easy for me to answer the number one influence, and that's my dad, like without question.
Sure.
And I grew up in a good family environment, and my dad is just I like the way he lives his life. I like the decisions he makes. I like how hard he works to make sure that my family is good. Still now, that's when you're. I have two younger brothers, but when your kids leave the house. You could very easily be like, done, but no, he's very present,
right.
And now he's a great grandpa. Like, so that's I couldn't even come up with a close second or third. Like that, he's the number one.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty easy too. It's my brothers, all three of my brothers, older brothers, So I was lucky enough to grow up with three big brothers, all great influences.
In between the ass beatings?
Yeah. There was some of those, but not a whole ton. They were all really good older brothers. So those guys easily, and then as we've gotten older and just seeing them, maybe if we weren't always close as far as communication was concerned, just being able to watch them as the husbands and fathers that they are, particularly the fathers that they've been to their kids. What do I have? 5, 10, 14 nieces, nephews.
Yeah, we know one other person who's higher than that.
Yeah, my two of the dudes, two of my nephews each have kids, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great nieces and nephews. Yeah, so just my brothers, and then oddly enough, my current employer and partner, the founder and CEO of Health Guardian, healthguardian.com, Dr. Harry Elwert. He was a major influence on my life in high school. Was my high school youth director, and I was super tight. I mean, he was a definite father figure to me and mentor in my life. And now, almost 30 years later, our lives are reconnected as I'm back and working, not back, but working for him, working for his company at Health Guardian. So and it's just great. Like we picked up. Pretty much, it was a real simple transition to just get back into seeing each other every day on a regular basis. And it's funny. He even said the other day when we're at the office, and he was like, even as close as we were back when you were a lot younger and I was a lot younger. He goes, I never envisioned us being together every day. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's so cool. It's great. So it's cool to be able to
the full circle situations are really awesome.
Bizarre.
Yeah, it's great though.
Yeah, no, it's completely great.
Especially when it's as it's as good as this.
The reconnection and how that all came about from something tragic to lead into something like this, where now working with him and he's given me all the liberties and freedoms to do whatever it is I need to be successful and the tools I need to be successful. So it's great to have that kind of atmosphere as a boss who says, you want to do something? Well, hey, go out and do it. What do you need from me in order to accomplish it? Right. Which has been great.
Professional support. Yeah. It's a huge thing.
So yeah, those are some of the bigger influences. My brothers, and then of course my buddy Harry. So
I would say actually just to kind of piggyback off of your examples, obviously my dad's my number one, but I actually look up to my younger brothers and how they live their lives. One of them is got married almost a year ago. And they just had a baby, my niece, who is 3 months old, and my brother Chris. Just both of them, they kind of at one point just kind of up and moved to Colorado because they just wanted to do it. And I never did that. I never really left. I mean, I left the burbs. I moved to the city, but I never left the state. I never did something that took that much balls. And so I respect the hell out of them for that. And then just the men that they've become. I mean, I'm 8 years older, but it doesn't feel that way at all. They're just really good men. And then every friend I grew up with, and Matt, every single one of them, they have good marriages, great kids, and just watching people evolve in that way and how much like having kids change their lives, but in a good way.
Yeah, and I guess just the to wrap this up and this particular topic and what the point of it being for me and any kind of encouragement I can give you out there listening, because I've been on both ends of the spectrum where and I think people, if you're going to examine and really evaluate the big influences in your life, there are people that you are in contact with. They're not, far off celebrities or people that you'll never have opportunities to be with. But
Abraham Lincoln.
But they're going to be people like Jason and I described, brothers or uncles or fathers, youth leaders or coaches. I mean, that kind of stuff. Really evaluate and take an assessment of how you spend your time. Because really, when it comes down to it, time is the only commodity that we truly do have. It's the only thing that we're in full control of. Now you can say, but I have to be here and I have to do this. Well, yeah, I mean, those are the jobs that you choose and you have to do those things. But the way you spend your time is really the only commodity we have. And I want you to just take a second and just sit down and evaluate how you spend your time. And by the time you spend in people and how you invest in those people that are most important to you, because you just never know when that time may run out for you or for them, and then you're left after the fact. If it's someone like I'm looking at my brother, and we had a great relationship my entire life, and he passed away at the age of 53, just back in July. And God, what I wouldn't give to have one more day with my brother. and the things that I would do differently, or what I would say, or what I would do with him if I just had that one more day. So while you have that opportunity now with those people that are most important to you, that are big influences in your life, how do you invest your time? Are you making the time that is necessary so that they know how important they are to you? That's my challenge to you, and that's what you should walk away from this part of the conversation and in evaluating it in your own life. And you talk about like influences. There's a dude in our next story here, and I saw this video on TMZ. Ice Cube. We all know Ice Cube. And depending on your age, you might know Ice Cube.
This might be one of the greatest segues I've just ever experienced.
Sure.
Because life influences, and one of mine, obviously, is Ice Cube.
Ice Cube is, I'm sure he has been an influence on people's lives, and even though he's a guy that you're not going to have a personal connection with, but he can influence you.
We don't know yet, but
the music, obviously. But it depends, I guess, on your age, which Ice Cube you know. So Ice Cube just recently spoke to the Seattle Seahawks and kind of gave them a little pep talk, a little encouragement. You know, I'm going to see you guys in the Super Bowl, even though he's a Raiders fan.
Right, and they used to be in the same division. It's a little odd.
So, but it was still it was a cool thing to see Ice Cube, because for me it's like, dude, that's Ice Cube. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
Like I would love to be able to be in a room, whatever function I would be for, and Ice Cube comes out to give you a little motivational.
I would
speech.
Probably watch him read like a soup label.
And Ice Cube, and what he told the Seahawks, he was like, you know, it doesn't matter who you are in our country or what your affiliations are politically. He's like, what's great about our country is that you have the freedoms to say what you want to say. And one of the things, the opposite side of that, is being able to respect what someone else has to say, even if you disagree with it. It was a pretty poignant remarks that he had, and really intelligent comments that he had to say, but really challenging, because if there's someone screaming the exact opposite of what you believe in your face, do you have enough trust in our freedoms and liberty in this country to allow them and respect them to say what they disagree with you with 100%?
Right.
Like, do you have enough loyalty and respect for what our country offers to allow someone to scream at you something that you 100% don't agree with?
And to have the closest thing to a peaceful, not even resolution, because no one's ever going to agree.
Right.
You know, there are a couple of things.
And everything. Right.
Yeah, there are a couple of things, you know, some categories where people just, it's never going to happen. It's just an ongoing argument. Whereas if people would just think, hey, you know what? That's your perspective. That's my perspective.
Right.
Agree to disagree, move on. At least you were able to say it.
Right. And that's hard to do at times, especially when things get really emotionally charged.
Yeah, exactly. When you get heated up, it's hard, you're not hyper rational at that moment.
But it was funny though, and I was watching this video of Ice Cube talking, and I was like, all right, these young 20-somethings on the Seahawks, like what do they know of Ice Cube? Like, they don't know the Ice Cube that I know.
Exactly. We were talking about this. Okay, clearly our break area is the kitchen. We just leave the den and go to the kitchen. But we were talking about this, and I'm like, oh my God, okay, like I remember NWA. I had the tape, and people who are way older or younger than us know like the bad barbershop movies.
Right.
Or some whatever buddy cop movie with Kevin Hart. I don't even know what they are, but I think that happened.
Ride Along, maybe?
Yeah, and then maybe like Are We There Yet? I only remember the title because it was like, the premise, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little interested in now when I think about it. Because it's Ice Cube driving his family in like an RV across the country.
Like, I'm never going to begrudge someone who like had the chance to make a movie. Like, you're never going to do that. And like, I'm sure that dude just got paid after paid after paid for doing that. But like, there's two Ice Cubes. Like, these younger 20-somethings don't know the Ice Cube that I grew up, you know, hearing and knowing.
He just had an appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher.
Yeah.
And they re-released his first album, the one with, you know, the cop song and stuff on it. And it's so funny because I think millennials, people who have no idea about like what he's all about, where he came from, are hearing this as a 20th anniversary album going, whoa, like this is the guy in the, not rom-coms, but, you know, like the family comedy movies, and holy shit, he has an edge.
Right. A little bit.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. And I wonder if like how Ice Cube was presented to the Seahawks and some of these younger guys in their 20s, like here's a big influence in my life because, man, I grew up watching your movies and I loved Are We There Yet? You know, it's like, well, there's a different Ice Cube out there you might not know.
You know that
about.
Has to break his heart just a little bit.
I'm sure it does.
He's like my soul gets crushed every time someone says I loved you and Are We There Yet?
Yeah, but I bet you his soul feels a lot better when he sees his bank account.
Exactly. When he like
the millions that were
he
there
actually
for
just made a suit out of hundreds.
All right, let's before we wrap things up here, let's leave the kids with this is a outstanding little piece of information that we can share.
We need to find We love apps.
Yeah.
We love apps on this show.
Because last week it was the
Poop.
No, it was the car matey.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, but then the places I've pooped.
Yeah, that was a great one. But the car matey was one I just loved, where if you can't find your car, this app will help you find your car.
That's
but
one
in,
of the
in a pirate voice.
funniest things I've
it's
ever heard.
It's called the car matey.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's so good.
So this app here, and this was a story sent to you by your cousin Jeremy.
Jeremy, our remote producer.
Do you have the link for this app here?
Random ass stories.
I didn't pull it up. I'll see if I can just pull it up here real quick. So I can actually read the entire story. Well, even Google won't identify it for me as I pull up the NickelBlock app.
Yeah, NickelBlock. No, unless you Google, unless you use Canadian Google.
I got it. This is great. No X is worth listening to Nickelback. I think Nickelback is never worth listening to. Dream app or nightmare app. This is Nickelback. NickelBlock, actually. It's
NickelBlock.
The NickelBlock.
That's so good.
The first app for your phone that will play Nickelback songs when you try to contact your ex or look at their photos on the internet.
just picture like, you just try to contact her. Look at this photograph.
This is great. I wish we gotta pull this video up. And you know what? I'll post this video on our Twitter account.
Well, this is a podcast.
Show.
It's not live radio. So in post-production, I will be sure to underlay this with the brilliance of Nickelback.
So if you try to call your ex or try to look up their photos on the internet, your phone will automatically play a Nickelback song. I just think that's great. So there's a video describing the act. I will, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to put that up on Twitter. So you can see it on Twitter before you even get to hear episode Uno, Dos, Tres, Cuatro.
Truth. All right, I think, man, this is
covered everything.
The most we've covered in an episode by far.
It's fine. Want to recap for you though is the Dago Tea Party. It's there for you. It's hashtag Dago Tea Party, DAGOTEE Party. Get yourself into a Dago Tea with some elastic waistbanded pants. You and your significant other, your family, whatever it might be, and send those photos to us at AFDE Show, and we will retweet those. We do want to
I cannot wait.
Give a big thank you to all the people that have downloaded earlier episodes. Keep doing so. Tell your friends, your family, your coworkers, and strangers on the street to take a listen to the AFDE Show. Big thanks to our presenting sponsor, Mickey Finn's, Lake County's oldest brew pub, located at 345 North Milwaukee Avenue in beautiful downtown Libertyville. Follow them as well on Twitter at Mickey Finn's. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting the show, and we will be back for you with episode 5. But remember, listen to all the episodes and support the show. Subscribe to us and get in contact at AFDE Show on Facebook at facebook.com/AFDE Show. And you can email us anytime for any particular reason at afdeshow@gmail.com. I'm Vaticola. He's Ferrari. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.